Hi, Nico and Jean here. Let's talk about something that people bring up to me a lot when they start doing inner child work, which is the fear of saying something bad about their parents, or even the idea that if my parents helped me, or other family members or caregivers, if they have actually helped me at one time or another, then I feel this loyalty to them. And I feel like, I should honor them and I shouldn't say anything about the behavior that maybe didn't help me. And this is just an important thing to just be aware of. It's not right or wrong, but it's very normal when you start doing this work and you're healing from narcissistic trauma and childhood trauma of any kind, and you're doing the inner child work, and the inner child really doesn't want to see anything bad about the parent, doesn't want to say anything or know anything bad about the parent, because that is not safe, right? That's what the child has been suppressing or ignoring or normalizing in their own mind in order to survive. And now that you're a grown up and your inner child is, getting triggered all over the place and is driving the bus, and you're having issues in your relationships and in your business and in your work, you're getting blocked, and you're having trouble showing up, you're having trouble being visible, you're having trouble speaking your truth, you're having trouble getting your needs met, and now you're faced with this in adulthood. And the answer isn't to beat yourself up, and the answer isn't also to like sweep it under the rug and say, oh well, I had a good childhood, so I shouldn't have to bring that stuff up or take a look at it or anything like that, because we feel guilty, right? We feel ashamed for even questioning our childhood. Think about the paradigm, honor thy mother and father, even if you're not religious necessarily, but it just is a paradigm that has been in our culture for so long. And this feels like some kind of violation of some moral code that's like built into our DNA. And so it's very difficult to get past that sometimes. So what I'm going to say to you is this: if that's coming up for you, first of all, just remember that that is actually a good sign, because what it means is that you're able to allow your inner child to express this to you, the inner adult. And then the inner adult is going to be able to start helping the child, first of all, come into the present with them. And they can somehow find a way to line up in the present and be able to agree on the past. All right, now this may take some time. This will definitely take some rapport building. It's going to take some work, some transformation work to help shift trauma out of your body. But ultimately, the goal is to bring the inner child into the present with you and allow the inner child to integrate with you. And you can both reflect on the truth of the past. And you can do that in a way that feels safe. You can do that in a way that's not re-traumatizing. You can do it in the most joyful way possible so that you can release all those feelings from your body that are unpleasant, anxiety, fear, worry, dread, terror, anger, unpleasant feelings trapped in the body. You can start to release them, and you can start to come into what's really happening in your life, right? You can start showing up in your relationships and see people for who they really are in that moment, good or bad, and not be seeing them through the lens that the child is seeing the past in. To be able to show up in your work, in your life, everywhere in your life, to be able to even show up for yourself, and to be able to, first of all, tell the truth to yourself, always telling the truth to yourself. Being able to learn how to speak your truth to others is very important as well, right? And this is also something that children tend to, especially traumatized children, those wounded inner children, they do not want to speak up and tell the truth to other people about what happened to them, about how they feel. And then we also want to be able to tell the truth to others about how we feel about them from a healed place. Like, for instance, we want to be able to talk to our partner about how something they did made us feel, and how that behavior affected us. But we want to be able to do it from an adult place, not from the child's place, because that conversation won't go anywhere good. That's not a healthy dynamic. If you've got your inner child and your partner's inner child trying to work out a problem, it's going to look like it did in the sandbox. There's going to be sand throwing and toy stealing and hair pulling, and it's not going to go well. So you want to be able to show up in your relationships as an adult and to deal with what's happening in the present moment based on the present moment. It's a gift. It's a gift. So I just want to assure you that if you're feeling guilty and ashamed for even considering looking at your past and your childhood and trying to name some trauma, maybe even identify that parents or caregivers behaved badly, abused you, neglected you, even just, something as simple as an experience that you had with someone caused you to take on a belief system, which then caused you harm. So it could be someone who was well-meaning, just didn't know any better, but it still traumatized you. All of it is valid. All of it is valid. And it's part of the healing journey. Okay. So I hope this helped you today. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, if you haven't already, if this helps you, if it benefits you, please feel free to subscribe, hit any buttons down below, and share with others. You're also welcome to visit my Patreon account and subscribe onto my Patreon membership if you want to help support this channel. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful day.